welcome back to my channel. I am somewhere in upstate New York taking a little break because I've been on the road for a while, getting some breakfast on my way to a really exciting adventure. So let me get back in my car and I'll tell you all about it. Okay, first we have to do a breakfast haul. I got some fresh New York local apples. This is a ludicrous variety, which I got mostly because the name is hilarious and I'm sure it is delicious. It's perfect. I also got some apple cider donuts and then, of course, a pumpkin spice latte, which is actually my first of the season. So I'm feeling very festive and autumnal and I'm ready for this adventure. So I'm currently on my way to the Catskills weaving school. Let me chew this apple. I'm currently heading towards the Catskills and I am enrolled in a weaving class at the Catskills weaving school, which I am so excited about. This class is going to be all about warp painting, but it's specifically a style of warp painting that I have never tried before and have actually always wanted to try. So yeah, the class itself is actually tomorrow. I'm traveling up now so I could like spend the night and start the day fresh, bright and early. So today is all about actually getting there, and then once I get there, I'm gonna just like explore the area and take you along with me. This was my little like early birthday gift to myself. I just wanted like an autumnal weekend getaway in a creative space doing fun weaving things, so I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, I'm gonna eat my breakfast and then get back on the road and I will see you in the Catskills.
After a few more hours of driving, I made it to Catskill Heights, and literally right next to the parking lot was a huge church converted into an antique market, so of course I had to pop in and explore. I found this cute little pumpkin tea light holder for only $4 and I just could not leave it behind.
Okay, so I was originally gonna just spend the whole day walking around this little town and there was definitely enough to see to make a day out of that. But I was just talking with a shopkeeper who said that it's the first Friday of the month, so this whole town like totally lights up and it's filled with pop-ups and all this exciting stuff is gonna happen later on in the day. So I might go try to find something else to do. She actually gave me a recommendation of a cool like walking and hiking spot, so maybe I'll go do that and then come back here for the evening. I think that sounds like fun, so let's go do that.
In a quarter mile, the destination is on your right, Kaaterskill Falls.
I definitely did not anticipate a hike today. Thankfully, I showed up in my really comfy shoes and my really comfy clothes, but I didn't have like a bottle of water or food or lunch or really anything prepared. So on my way here, I pulled into a little general store, loaded up on stuff, and yeah, now I'm heading to the falls.
After hanging out at the beautiful lookout and enjoying my little picnic lunch, I then headed down towards the bottom of the falls. Well, I only headed down to about the halfway point because the hike got significantly more and more intense as I went down.
That's where I started at the lookout, and then I just went up this trail to see like the first little waterfall. I don't know if you can see that there. That's the second part, which to visit that you have to go all the way down. I don't know if you can really appreciate how far down that is. There are like people down there. I don't know if I have that in me right now. I think I'm satisfied just seeing the first waterfall and the view from above. I still need to make it all the way back up there, so I'm gonna go do that. I did it. That was not easy. It was just like up and down, all these like super uneven rocky stairs. So it's definitely a workout. I'm gonna head back to my car now and then slowly head back into town, and I'll see you then. Good morning, it's the day of my class. So last night ended up being really fun, but I didn't record a whole lot of it. I was just kind of walking up and down this main street and like popping into local businesses, and because it was the first Fridays, a lot of them were just like offering wine at the door and they had snacks, and it was just like really cute and really wholesome and very like small town vibes. But I felt awkward filming it just because like, I don't know, it felt so like cute and intimate. I didn't want to like be weird with the camera. I did treat myself to one thing last night, and that is hiding this really cute little necklace that's like two hands clasping each other. I just thought it was really fun, and I've been looking for like a good everyday silver necklace, and I feel like this could definitely be it. Speaking of which, let me find a place to show you my outfit. Okay, so today ended up being a lot colder than I had anticipated, so my outfit today is just me piling everything that I brought with me on at once. This vest was a gift from my mom. It's not handmade, but I absolutely love the look of it. And then I also have this jacket, which you might recognize from some of my past videos. And it's one of my all-time favorite, just like oversized, super cozy wool little like cover up things to wrap myself in. So that's my outfit. So yeah, let's go find some food, get a nice warm breakfast, and then head to class. Got this from this coffee shop, Willa's. It's a marzipan babka, and it has to be one of the best baked goods I've ever had in my life.
Then it was finally time for my warp painting class at the Catskill weaving school. This class was taught by Isa Rodriguez, who was such a wonderful instructor. We started out the class by learning how to warp our looms front to back, which was totally new to me, and we used some beautiful white cotton warps which served as our blank canvases. After our relaxing morning of threading our looms, we then reset the classroom to get ready to paint. For my painting, I didn't really have any kind of a plan in mind. I just grabbed some colors that sort of reminded me of fall and some little round sponge brushes, and I just started playing around. This polka dot section ended up looking kind of silly. It reminded me of clowns, and someone else in the class said it reminded them of Wonder Bread, which made me laugh. My goal definitely wasn't to create a masterpiece, it was just to experience this technique and learn as much as I could. And I had a lot of fun making this. For the next section, I wanted to play around with making some resists using masking tape, so I made some really simple geometric shapes across my warp. And then I filled in these shapes with some magenta and yellow dyes. I was actually really impressed by how well this worked out. There were some sections where I put too much dye and it bled through the tape, but for the most part, I got some really nice white sections. I then decided that my Wonder Bread section might be missing something. I was worried that these circles were just a little bit too small and wouldn't really read as circles in the weaving, so I added some larger ones throughout just to see how they'd turn out.
I just finished up day 1 of my class and it was so much fun. I just kind of made a mess, had a great time, picked out colors that made me happy in the moment, and we'll see how it turns out tomorrow. Right now, I think we're approaching sunset, so I might go for like a little bit of a walk, find some food, and get ready for day 2 tomorrow. So I'll see you then. Good morning, happy Sunday. It is day 2 of my warp painting workshop and I'm really excited because today is like the weaving day. But first, I'm gonna go find myself a nice warm breakfast and then off to weaving.
In class, we first finished setting up our looms to prep them for weaving, and you can already see how my paintings are shifting and moving after being put under this new tension. It is so exciting. We then spent the rest of the day weaving. We were essentially given free rein to weave however we'd like, with any yarns and any structures, so we could explore how the yarns and the weaves interacted with our paintings. So I spent the first part of my warp just trying things out, making little sections and exploring different concepts. I then finished off my polka dot section with this silly black and white yarn, which just made me happy. For my pink section, I wanted to see how a clasp weft design would look with a warp painting. So I picked out 2 colors and a simple shape, and I wove that length of the painted warp. I thought this turned out super fun and funky, and I think this is something I'd definitely like to explore in a future project. After weaving my first 2 samples, I still had some warp left over, so I set it up for another round of painting. We were nearing the end of our class time, so I needed to think quickly and just commit to something if I wanted to get it done. Again, I didn't go into it with a plan, and I just kind of picked out colors I liked and freehanded something. And then I found this super textured yarn in the studio, and I thought it might be fun to include it in this weaving. And here's how my final, very silly looking sample turned out. And here's how all of my samples turned out. They're bright and colorful and cheerful and full of a bunch of techniques that I'm super excited to keep exploring. I think that middlemost pink section is my favorite. Which is your favorite?
That was such a wonderful experience. I love my sample. It's a little bit ridiculous, but I learned so much making it that I can't wait to apply to my future projects, which is like ultimately why I did this, so I'm stoked. I originally had planned on just like hopping in my car and heading home after this like day 2, but I am so tired. The thought of right now driving many hours to get back, like, nuh-uh. So I ended up booking a last minute little Airbnb in a nearby town that someone said was like really cute, so I'm gonna head to that town. I'm gonna go find somewhere nice to have dinner, and the adventure continues a little bit. Good morning, it's the next day. Last night I explored the town of Hudson a little bit. Most things were closed, but I did find a really good restaurant where I had a nice warm meal that was very much needed. And then when I got back to my Airbnb, I just kind of like flicked on the TV just to see if anything was on. And there was a channel that was exclusively playing Project Runway reruns, like the old seasons, which I totally grew up watching and grew up loving. So that was just like so cozy and so nostalgic and just so perfect. This morning I got up with the intention of exploring, and I'm at this beautiful little park where you can see back there a little lighthouse, and it's just so charming. I really want to explore more, but it is just so cold. Like when I looked up what the weather was going to be this weekend, it said that it was going to be in like the 60s and 70s, but today it is 35 this morning, and I was definitely not prepared for that at all. So I'm wearing like every shirt I had in my bag, and I'm trying my best to keep warm, but that does mean that exploring might be cut short just a little bit. I just wanted to make sure that I came on here to say thank you so much for watching this video and for tagging along on this adventure. Hopefully it was a fun time just to like catch a glimpse of this like really fun little autumnal getaway weekend. Like I said, I learned so much this weekend, and these are all definitely techniques that you're gonna see again in my future videos. I'm loving the warp painting, I'm loving dyeing, I'm loving all of these things, and I just want to like keep diving into this concept and just seeing where I could take it. So yeah, thanks again for tagging along, and if you want to see some more of my videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one. Bye!